Am I the asshole for not offering my half-sister any of our grandmother's belongings after she was disowned by the family? My 26F grandmother recently passed away. My grandfather passed 6 years ago, which is when the bulk of their assets were divided up. My grandmother lived on a stipend from his estate until her death, so all she had to leave in her will was her possessions, mostly jewelry, vintage clothes, and some art in the house. This was all left to me, as I am the only granddaughter she was in contact with. My half-sister Angela, 27F, is also her granddaughter, but Angela and her mother sued for inheritance from my grandfather's estate after he died, which culminated in an ugly legal battle that ended up making both my grandmother and father quite ill. The case was eventually thrown out, but everyone thought Angela and her mother harassing a grieving woman the way they did and suing for money they were not owed was despicable, and none of us except my dad have spoken to Angela since. So, going through my grandmother's things, I called my dad, uncles, and cousins, and asked if there was anything they wanted of my grandmother's. The art was in high demand, the rugs, etc., and I gave everyone what they asked for. I didn't call Angela. Not only have I not spoken to her, but she hardly saw our grandmother, and knowing her, she'd ask for something expensive and pawn it. She heard from our dad that I've been handing out things and found me on social media to chew me out for not offering her anything, calling me greedy, selfish, and a terrible person. She said she's entitled to have something and really should have had half of the stuff given my grandmother had more than one granddaughter. I don't agree that she should have had half because at the end of the day it was my grandmother's choice and her possessions. But I am wondering, given how hurt she sounded in her voice note, if I should have offered her something inexpensive / not sentimental, just as a token to be polite. Did I mess up?